Well, Heather, we are right next to the precinct, actually, and I actually do want to put things in perspective for you a little bit. About 24 hours ago, I stood right around here, and I saw a young woman who works at Minneapolis Liquor. She was cleaning up after night one of protest. She says that she was at the peaceful protest over at 38th in Chicago when she got the call that Minneapolis Liquors had been looted. So she, of course, spent all of yesterday cleaning up, and then you see now, 24 hours later, how much things have changed. This auto zone, if you can even recognize it, is merely a pile of rubble. And then what you cannot see beyond it are the other businesses that have either been looted, they have all been vandalized, and some of them have been burned to the ground, including an apartment complex that was under.
Yeah, welcome y'all. Welcome back. Yeah, we back. We back. This is a live feed from WCCO in Minneapolis. So when they go live with the announcement, they will be bringing it to you. So we're just going to sit and watch their
very vocally how they feel about this situation, and you know, in their own shape or their own form, pushing the conversation.
You have daylight now, so they're showing the damage. You could really see all the damage that was done last night.
These two individuals to you earlier this morning, but they really do kind of encapsulate what the sentiment is here and the divide is here. One of those individuals was a woman that I met early this morning who just kind of speaks to this and what it symbolizes more than just what's happening right here. But first, we're going to hear from a veteran who lives right next to a building that burned down, and he's now homeless.
Doesn't make sense. If they want justice for whatever's going on, they got to. This it can't happen. We need to stick with what we need to do to take care of whatever needs to be taken care of. This kind of stuff can't happen. This is a long time in the making. This situation has been combustible for quite a while, and city leaders have had a long time. Demarcus died November 2015. They've had all that time to clean up the police department. We see now, this is a huge symbol of the frustration that many people have with our police department.
Yeah, a lot of frustration, a lot of fear, and of course a whole lot of anger. Heather, as you said, this is changing what feels like by the minute, so we'll keep you updated as it does.
Yeah, it looks like there are a lot more people out there now than when we saw you just a couple of hours ago. Do you see the crowds getting larger throughout the morning?
We do. There are a whole lot of parts of this part of South Minneapolis that have been barricaded off. The streets are closed, of course. So with that has come a whole lot of people on bikes, people who maybe live in the neighborhood or were able to get around barricades in their vehicles. But yes, of course, there are certainly a lot of people here, some shocked and some continuing to protest.
Christiane, thank you. The protest spilled over into the uptown neighborhood of Minneapolis overnight as well. Lots of businesses there were damaged and looted. Kate Radish joins us now with a look of what we are seeing in that uptown area. Kate?
Hi, Heather. Yes, I'm at the intersection of Lake Street and Lindale Avenue. To give you some perspective, you checked in with Christiane. She's about 3 miles from where we are at that 3rd Police Precinct. Business owners and employees, people who live and work here, have been walking by, cleaning up, looking at the damage, frankly, in disbelief, because this damage goes all the way down Lake Street, all the way to near Calhoun Square. The owner of Thurston Jewelers here right behind me told me he estimates they have hundreds of thousands of dollars that were stolen just alone in the jewelry and goods that were taken. People have been coming by to help him and other businesses affected to board up the windows, sweep up glass. A few blocks further down, as I mentioned, near Lake and Hennepin, Sephora was just ransacked. The Apple store that people...
It's a very sad day for Minneapolis, something like this, because this kind of isn't what Minneapolis, I think, represents. And it's a very sad day they got out of control like this, because they came in and they had all the way up and down Lake Street. They're looting and ripped everything up, broke everything, and completely totaled the store.
We did speak to a witness who lives in the area who told me there were hundreds of people in the streets throughout the night. And we just kept hearing that people, frankly, they are afraid, and they said they're just praying for peace or protection. Heather.
Great. Kate Radish joining us now from Uptown. Thank you, Kate. Mayor Jacob Frey today is calling for peace.
I believe in Minneapolis. I love Minneapolis.
And in believing in our city, we must believe that we can be better than we have been. We must confront our shortcomings with both humility as well as hope. We must restore the peace so that we can do this hard work together.
We know that a man did die after being shot near the protest for George Floyd. Police say that he was shot just before 9:30 last night. Officers found him on the sidewalk off of Lake Street, not far from the protests. Officers were able to get him to the hospital, but responders could not save him. Police tell us that they believe the man was looting a store and the shop owner shot him, but that is a theory they have. They have not yet confirmed that. We do know at least one person has been arrested. The attorney representing George Floyd's family is speaking out about how the protests took a turn. They tweeted this morning, "We cannot sink to the level of our oppressors and endanger each other as we respond to the necessary urge to raise our voices in unison and in outrage. Looting and violence distract from the strength of our collective voice," says attorney Benjamin Crump. The images from the chaos that unfolded overnight have shocked the city of Minneapolis. Here's a look at the damage from overhead.
On the ground, you see the loss to businesses and business owners. From Sky 4, you see the loss to the south side of Minneapolis. On the top left of your screen, the 3rd precinct where this all began. For blocks around, destruction everywhere you turn. A Target store emptied of its goods, tagged with graffiti and littered with debris. The wrecked storefront of Cub Foods. The inside looted, burned, and soaking from the sprinkler system. Fire still smoldering at an apartment building under construction and the business across the street. A camera used by police to keep tabs on crime tipped over and burned. An auto zone and Wendy's restaurant. Some of the first buildings set on fire, flattened. Down the block, the long work of cleanup.
Welcome, everybody. Thank y'all for coming over. I really appreciate it.
West Bank. Bulldozers lined up outside a burned out Metro PCS. And back at the 3rd precinct, police climbing to the rooftop as the city prepares for another day.
We will continue to following the breaking news from the George Floyd death investigation. We'll be right back.
Have you noticed the dust on top of your picture frames? Or that you have 2 copies of the same book, 5 hammers, and 3 of these? How about that can of paint you bought?
Okay, y'all. I'm going to.
Always watching you. Have you noticed that you talk to yourself a lot?
I'm going to remove this, and when they.
That your daughter's giggles sounds just like your mom's, or that your son taught the dog
Wait a
to
minute.
roll over. Have you noticed that you're talking to friends more and texting less?
Okay, why can't I
Have
mute
noticed
you?
aren't as lonely as you thought you'd be, or that your kids have new super.
There you go. Okay, I'm gonna mute that while they're in commercials. But yeah, that's come from Minneapolis. They were supposed to be making a announcement today at 3 o'clock, and it's been pushed back. They're saying by 5:30, and I think I need to share that screen again. Wait a minute. Let me. So we will see, because like I said, anything under murder charges for the main cop and accessory charges for the other 3, and that city gonna blow again, because people are sick and tired of being sick and tired. That's just the way it is. And like I said, it had gotten to a point where I had become desensitized by it, because it's happening so regular that Black people are getting killed unnecessarily by the cops. I was like, here we go again. And it's sad to be like that, but that's just where I had got to it. But I want to thank y'all for coming over. Like I said, I'm just running this because I don't want to miss when they make the announcement on what they're going to do. But people, we got to like I said, and I'm gonna keep saying, the only way we can fix this is at the ballot box. We got to change who's in charge, because that what dictates what's going to go on in our communities. That and the census. If you have not filled out that census, if you received it, you can go online and fill it out. Wait a minute. Let's go back to this. Let's go back. Let me see. They still. Let me go in here and unmute.
St. Cloud State University. Dr. Kraft, thanks so much for joining us here this morning.
Thank you for having me.
Yeah, before we even get into the rioting, these past few days have been traumatic for so many people, beginning with the death of George Floyd and then watching it over and over so many times, and then this happening in our cities. I think a lot of people are just feeling a lot of pain right now.
Absolutely. You know, I've been talking to some colleagues and friends throughout the last couple of days, even my own husband and my children, and, you know, just trying to make sense of this. It is sad. It's, you know, there have been a lot of tears. There have been a lot of questions. There's been a lot of sadness, you know, not just for the city and what's going on, but, you know, for Mr. Floyd's family. And it just feels unbelievable.
Psychologists have looked at this, looked at the psychology of protest, looked at the psychology of what we might call, you know, rioting. What, talk us through some of what's going on there.
Yeah, well, you know, when our brains really perceive a threat in the environment, we're automatically going to respond in a few different ways. You know, right after a trauma, our minds are likely to see the world as very dangerous. And when we perceive danger, one of those stress responses is fight. You know, we've all heard of fight or flight.
But this is the recap. We're waiting for them to make an announcement regarding this case.
But it can also really be a manifestation of really deep-seated resentments and frustration and disappointment. And people may want to find other people to join their fight.
Dr. Kraft, we've talked earlier about this is not the group of peaceful protesters. This is a smaller group of people, different from what we've seen throughout the day earlier on. And I've seen so many different reactions to what we saw happen in Minneapolis last night. And it's not necessarily just a matter of criminality. I mean, there's something more to that in terms of how this may not represent what somebody might usually do.
Right. Yeah. I mean, when this level of frustration and resentment and sadness really rises to a collective action or a group or community response, you know, that group provides some anonymity. You know, you can be faceless, nameless, but it also provides energy, and it can really propel feelings that you're already having, and this sense of, oh, somebody else feels the same way I feel, and it's okay for me to feel this way. You know, too many times we're really told to ignore our negative emotions, that it's not okay to be angry, or it's not okay to be sad or to be scared, that we're supposed to be happy, or, you know, kind of wait for something else to happen. And, you know, some people get tired of waiting, and they want to hear that there are other people out there who are thinking and feeling the same way that they are. What really can make these types of responses dangerous, though, is that it can be difficult to understand who's the leader. You know, that leadership can shift very quickly, and that response that they are asking from the group can become more and more dangerous at times as well. And I think that's what we've been seeing the last few days.
I think many people, Dr. Kraft, respond to this, to the images of the vandalism, of the fires, of the violence, and they say, all right, what's the point? What's the point of this? What does this accomplish? Is that a good question to ask, or is that not the question that anyone out there is really thinking about?
You know, it is a good question, but it's not the only question. And when we're just focusing on what we see on the news or the behaviors, or, you know, it's very easy to kind of other, you know, people and to not think that it's something that's about you. But, you know, one of my favorite quotes comes from Martin Luther King Jr. You know, he said that an injustice anywhere is a threat to justice everywhere, and that, you know, whatever affects one directly affects all indirectly. And really, when there is such a strong sense of injustice, repeated abuse or neglect, or feels like that their values and experiences are just not being heard, that they're not being reflected. They want to regain a sense of power, and they want to have a sense of control. And so, you know, we know that when trauma happens, the common emotional reactions are fear, anxiety, anger, and sadness. And what do we do in normal situations when we feel those emotions? We turn to others.
Okay, y'all. Welcome to everybody that's coming in again. I thank you for coming over. They had said that they were going to make an announcement between 5:15 and 5:30, and that's there on Central Time. So I'm still watching it down here for when they break into it, so that I can bring it to y'all. But what I want, anybody feel like coming up and sharing their thoughts on this case, I'm going to drop the link. And if this is your first time on my channel and I don't know you, I'm going to ask you not to use the avatar. What's going on in the chat? Okay. Why does this late? Welcome. Why does this lady keep saying they as if she's not black? Hey, your guess is as good as mine. Hey, I guess I guess because she wasn't out there actually doing the looting, so that's why she's saying they. I do not know. Welcome everybody that's coming in the chat. I really appreciate it. That's the link, StreamYard link. If you want to come up and okay, and share your thoughts on this, because this is really this situation. I mean, I'm gonna be honest with you. When I first heard of it and first saw it, and along with the case down here in Georgia, and then the case of them killing that young lady in her apartment, it really reminded me of 4 years ago, when you had the Mike Brown, the Castillo case. It was the Sterling case, the Eric Gardner case. And it's sad. The sad thing about it is sometimes I just get desensitized to it. I was like, oh, I'm like DJ Khaled, another one. You know, and I hope this don't be like the others. It was all the hype when it first happened. Then after 2 weeks, it died down and you wait for another one. If you're just not joining, we're sitting waiting here for an announcement regarding the George Floyd murder case from Minneapolis. They had said originally they were supposed to have made a statement at 3 o'clock. It got pushed back to between 5:15 and 5:30 their time, and they're on Central Time. So we're a little under an hour away from the announcement. And like I said, anything other than murder charges, and they're gonna have a repeat of last night. I'm just saying, that's just my opinion. They are going to have a repeat of last night. But I think they'll just go a little, a little toward the north side, because that was the south side of Minneapolis that incident happened in. And there was a couple of people that thought that the incident happened at Cub Foods, but it was Cup Foods where that incident happened. It wasn't Cub Foods. It was a store called Cups Foods. But to me, when things like this happen, it just intensifies and magnifies the need for everybody to that's able to vote to get out and vote, because these cops wouldn't have been acting like this if they hadn't been given the okay from Mango Unchained that it's all right to injure somebody when you arrested them. I'm like, are you serious? And they are following this. So, and for this country to just sit back and let this happen, and again, just like all black people aren't bad, all cops are not bad. They're not. All cops are not bad. You have good cops. You do have good cops that that are there to do their job according to the set guidelines. But Cat, I'm sick of you. But when they sit back and say nothing, when they see the bad cops doing what they're doing, all in the, you know, it in the case. Okay, wait a minute. Who is this? Hello, welcome.
Hi, JLC. How are you? Can you hear me okay?
Yes, ma'am.
Okay. I just wanted to say this right quick and then I'm going to jump off. I feel like until all African Americans come together and unite as a whole, we're not going to get anywhere. The minute I saw an African American judge preside over a white woman that walked into the door of a black man's home and killed him, I thought we were good. I did. I thought we were good. The minute she started shedding tears and walked up to that white woman and consoled her, I knew we was done then. I knew we were done then. I lost all hope then. Like, are you kidding me? If the tables would turn and that same white woman was presiding over the case of a black woman, there is no way she would have had the least bit of sympathy for her. The least bit. I feel like there are black people who are way too sympathetic and way too lenient on what's going on today. And until we get out of that mindset, we're going to continue going through this. Period, point blank.
Yeah, because that was yeah. So that was the Gene case down in Texas, and I was done with that. That because I talked about that. We came on and talked about that because ain't no way in the hell somebody gonna murder one of my siblings and I'm gonna hug them. No. I'll see. I guess that shows the difference between being a Christian and being saved. That's why,
Right.
I don't tell nobody I'm Christian. I'm saved because
Right.
I ain't got it in me like that. I'm not built like that. No. I would have gave them a hug, but it would have been with my arm around their neck. And I'm just saying. But yeah, and that's a good thing okay, in my opinion, that's a good thing about black people, but it's also that's also a bad thing because we are the most accepting, forgiving people I know.
Mm-hmm.
We will accept everybody, no matter what race, creed, or color. But God forbid if the roles were reversed, it's a big controversy. So I mean,
man.
And we just, like you said, we just got to rise up, and when we see wrong, we got to call it out. Now, I don't in no way agree with what those people did last night. I do not. See, because what you've done is you've destroyed your neighborhood. So now, when you need something, you're going to have to go toward the north side of Minnesota, where you know they're going to be watching your ass.
Mm-hmm. It makes no sense. It does.
That's why they say never do anything when you're angry. Never, because you're not thinking right. Now they ain't came on yet, Lady P. I'm looking. I'm still watching it. they just weren't thinking. But then in a way, you got to look at it that's revenue that the city of Minneapolis are not going to be able to collect from those businesses.
I definitely don't agree with the approach that they're taking. Um, because it doesn't make any sense. It's not solving anything. It's not solving anything.
Right,
And
because
like
it's
you
not
said, this right here is a way to continue putting more money into the white people's business. Y'all are burning that. Now you're gonna have to go
is
over to the
exactly,
north side. Like that's crazy. Wrong answer. Wrong answer. Mm-mm. I'm
exactly.
not for it. And I'm prior to this situation and to the um the situation in Dallas that I was referring to. I still believe that there are some non-African American people who aren't racist. But after those situations and this current one, it's so hard. It's so hard to accept that. It's hard to accept that. I'm looking at every white person crazy now.
Oh yeah,
All
yeah,
of them.
yeah. Because where I work, it's majority white people and it's majority white men, and like you could tell the difference in the way you could check. I was able to pick out the racist ones in the way they carried themselves once Mango Unchained got elected. I was like, see, y'all been wearing this mask all this time, and now your master came off, and I can see your hoods. That's just and I just address, and I had to go on live on my Facebook page and address them. Y'all wore these masks, the masks all these years, and now that y'all board in office, now your mask is coming off and your hoods are showing.
Uh-huh. Mm-hmm. I
So
agree. Yep, that's a good point. Mm-hmm.
I mean, the downest white man and the downest white woman. But once 45 got in office, oh, they figured, oh, it's free reign. I ain't gotta be nice to you niggas no more. 45 said, 45 said, I ain't gotta be nice to you Negroes no more. And they started showing it. And I started on my Facebook page deleting their ass.
Well, that's all I wanted to say. Thank you for allowing me to come onto your platform, and I'm going to go back into the chat.
All right, I appreciate you. All right, baby, thanks. Okay. Hey, Doreen. I was just in your previous chat. Hey, Doreen, welcome. Let me see. Police. I keep forgetting we can do this. Show. I saw Facebook footage where the police are actually protecting. Yeah, they are. They are. They are. They are at his house protecting him because yesterday there was about 100 people out in front of his house protesting. They still out in front of the house? There's people in front of his house and in front of the DA house too. Oh wow. DJ Cat was telling me there's still people out in front of his house and out in front of the DA house. This is people. I hate to sound like a broken record, but vote, 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 fill out their census, vote, not only in the general, vote in your local elections. It counts. These past 4 years should show you that voting counts. See, because you had those people, I ain't finna waste no time voting. They gonna put in there who they want to anyway. No, voting do count. Because if you look at the breakdown of the states that Hillary lost in, she only lost by like a margin of like 25 to 150,000 votes. And in those states, you had almost 200,000 people that didn't even bother to vote. And I could go into that because, like I said, to this day, I still blame the Bernie Sanders supporters because they got in their fee-fees because Bernie didn't get the nomination, and instead of coming out and supporting and voting because they were saying every non-vote is a vote for this orange bastard. But see, a lot of folks don't believe fat meat greasy. And now look where we at. And we're in the middle of a pandemic that if things had been left in place that the previous administration had in place to handle stuff like this, it would have been cut out. We wouldn't find ourselves here where we are because people would have been in place. We would have been notified earlier, because you got to remember in February, this clown was still talking about, oh, this is just a Chinese flu. Oh, there's nothing to be concerned about. This is just a flu. And now we got over 101,000 people that died from this. And now he wants to start a war with Twitter because they fact checked and deleted one of his lies. People, these are serious times. And in a country that was already right. Fake cash. Okay. I understand what he was doing and the act of doing was against the law. I understand that. But that is not that crime is not punishable by death. It is not. They on? Wait a minute. Why you say that? It's TMZ. Oh, TMZ showing it? Mm-hmm. So let me see. It's much more color. Okay, I'm finna have to change my website. Wait a minute, that I'm going to. So I'm gonna close out Minneapolis. And Kat said they got something on TMZ, so I'm gonna go there. And see if I can bring you. Yeah, you click on that thing. What they say live stream. Okay. Come on. 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 Okay. Is this one? Yeah. Okay. Come on. I'm waiting for this because yes. Play. Jesus. Y'all, I'm trying to bring up this link and it's giving me holy hay. Welcome everybody coming in. Waiting. Welcome to. Okay, let me see something. Let me try this again. That's my email address, dog. Okay, let's go here. Whole press conference. Let's see if I get this shit. A lot of people. Go back to Minneapolis. Okay, let me go. I'm finna go back to WCCO because this link is taking too long. So let me do this. Because it looked like I'm just gonna stick with the link that I know I got connected with. So y'all give me a minute. I appreciate y'all. I appreciate y'all coming over and sticking it out with you, girl. Let me see. Okay, from what I'm hearing, they're getting ready to announce it. I'm just to bring it back up. I think everybody's trying to jump on this, so it's being an asshole now. Click here. Okay. Come on. Y'all, I'm so pissed right now.
About the federal investigation. County Attorney Mr. Freeman, standing to my right, is here to talk to you about the state investigation.
Until I get a visual.
With me is Reiner Rolzhagen. He is the special agent in charge of Minneapolis.
Okay, wait a minute. I think I got some. Wait a minute.
The federal investigation, and Superintendent Drew Evans from DCA will also make a few comments before we open it up for question and answer. My name is Eric McDonald. I'm the United States Attorney here.
Okay, I'm finna bring it on screen.
On May 25th of 2020, George Floyd was arrested and detained by Minneapolis police officers. I'm here to talk about.
Are you serious?
Robust. Really probably don't need to say this to all of you, but Minneapolis, our nation, really the world, has witnessed this incredibly and disturbing loss of life. My heart goes out to George Floyd. My heart goes out to his family. My heart goes out to his friends. And my heart goes out to the community. We are grieving, and we will continue to grieve. To be clear, the Department of Justice has made the investigation in this case a top priority. We have assigned highest to the high in my office to investigate and look at the case. FBI likewise has assigned their experienced law enforcement officers to conduct the investigation. And to be clear, President Trump, as well as Attorney General William Barr, are directly and actively monitoring the investigation in this case. I have had direct communications with Attorney General Barr and his staff, and will continue to do so. The federal investigation in this case will determine whether the actions the former Minneapolis police officers took violated any federal criminal laws, to include any civil rights violations. Federal civil rights criminal cases have categories, and one is called under color of law. In other words, if an officer, whether it be federal, state, local, or tribal, is acting under their authority and asserts or invokes the power bestowed upon them to deprive any person of any right or privilege protected by the Constitution or the law of the United States. That is a violation of federal criminal law. It must be proven that the subject took action or did not take action when he or she knew that was wrong and chose to do it anyway. As with all matters, The investigation in this case will be comprehensive and will be conducted with the highest integrity as the community would expect. For those that aren't aware of my background, prior to being the United States Attorney for the District of Minnesota, I was a judge in Dakota County for over 8+ years. Having sat on that side of the bench and having presided over a multitude of trials, I can tell you, I can tell the community, I can tell everybody interested that it is critical, it is essential, it is imperative that the investigation is done right and done right the first time. And that is what we are going to do. This has been a rapidly evolving situation. We first learned of it in the early morning hours of Tuesday. The FBI reached out directly to me, and we have been working on this case nonstop since we were notified. We understand the severity of the situation unfolding. It breaks my heart to see what is going on in our streets in Minneapolis and in St. Paul and in some of our suburbs. And I am pleading with individuals to remain calm and to let us conduct this investigation. Give it just a minute before I blow over. We share with the FBI and we share with our state partners who are conducting parallel but independent investigations, so that is clear. We have two different investigations and conclusions and recommendations that will come from those to each of our respective offices. But we share an unwavering commitment to see that this investigation is done right, that it's done forthwith, that we act with dispatch, and that we live up to the standards the community demands. Our highest priority is that justice will be served. With that, I'm going to close my comments and turn it over to Special Agent in Charge, Reiner Joelshagen from the FBI.
Thank you, Erica. Good afternoon. My name is Reiner Joelshagen. I'm the Special Agent in Charge of the Minneapolis Field Office. Echoing U.S. Attorney's comments, I'd like to say I express my complete condolences to the Floyd family. I'd also like to express my sympathy to the citizens of Minnesota, as there is extreme frustration, anger, and sadness. I also want to thank Chief Arredondo of the Minneapolis Police Department. He reached out to me in the middle of the night and requested our assistance. His call enabled me to immediately reach out to the U.S. Attorney's Office to enlist their assistance. And as such, we were able to open an investigation in a matter of a few hours after the incident. Our role in this investigation is to investigate allegations of willful violations of federal civil rights. The FBI team is following the path where the facts will lead us. We are conducting a swift, yet meticulous investigation. In less than 72 hours, much work has been done, but I assure you there is much more to be accomplished. I want to ensure that you understand we respond to cases like these as quickly as possible. We will follow the case to conclusion in partnership with our state partner, the Bureau of Criminal Apprehension. The FBI is a fact-gathering agency. We collect facts, and we need your help. We're asking everyone that was present before, during, and after the incident to come forward to help us build the best picture of what occurred. Each little piece of the puzzle helps us complete the big picture. If you have any information, or if you have any videos or you know anyone who can help us with this, I encourage you to ask them to contact 1-800-CALL-FBI. Again, I'm encouraging you to reach out to 1-800-CALL-FBI. No tip is too small. Thank you. Good afternoon. I'm Mike Freeman, Hennepin County Attorney. We are the principal prosecuting agency for the state and the criminal side. Initially, I want to say that my thoughts and those of my office continue to be with the family and the friends of George Floyd. They know they are hurting over this senseless death. The manager of our Victim Services Division has been in touch with George Floyd's family on several occasions and is keeping them updated on what is happening in this case. They're aware that the Minnesota Bureau of Criminal Apprehension, better known as the BCA, the Hennepin County Medical Examiner, and the Hennepin County Attorney's Office are moving as quickly and thoroughly as possible. I've also been in direct consultations with Governor Tim Walz, with Attorney General Keith Ellison, and others in the state, the city, and the county to discussions on this case. As many of you know, the Hennepin County Attorney's Office is one of very few prosecution offices in the United States who have successfully charged and convicted and obtained a guilty verdict against a police officer for unreasonable use of deadly force. We have developed a detailed plan for that prosecution, and with the BCA, a detailed plan for investigation. Our office has been flooded with calls, many as 1,000 a day, as well as email and social media from people in this jurisdiction, in this state, and throughout the country. The main question is, what are you going to do about the murder of George Floyd? Well, I've just described what we're going to do. We are going to investigate it as expeditiously, as thoroughly, and completely as justice demands. Sometimes that takes a little time, and we ask people to be patient. We have to do this right, and that's what we'll do. I also want to tell you that our office has led the nation in openness on these type of cases. When we decide to charge an officer, we put the criminal complaint on our website. If we decide that the evidence does not support a criminal charge, we put our report and our evidence on the website for all to see. When we make the decision in this case, we will do the same. What I can assure the citizens of Minnesota, we will do it as quickly as we can do it as possible. We'll do it as quickly as possible. I think Drew Evans from the BCA is next. Drew?
Okay, you've been launching a news conference with FBI investigators and local prosecutors, a U.S. Attorney Erica McDonald saying that this is going to be a robust and meticulous investigation. She says it is a top priority and within the Department of Justice assigned the highest of the high to investigate, as well as the FBI. She also went on to say that President Trump and Attorney General William Barr are closely monitoring this case, and the FBI also reaching out to the community, asking people to call 1-800-CALL-FBI if they heard or saw anything on that day. We're now going to look live at the scene in South Minneapolis as Twin Cities braces for another night of protest following the death of George Floyd.
Did you hear that shit?
Thanks for joining us. We're tracking several
Did you hear that
developments
shit?
happening right now.
One of them, in just the past hour, Governor Tim Walz has activated the National Guard to protect people in Minneapolis, St. Paul, and the surrounding area. That's because we saw extensive property damage overnight. This
I
is
went
South
to which
Minneapolis
I'm
last
still
night, and
which
protesters upset over the death of George Floyd, looted businesses, and set at least 16 buildings on fire. The Minneapolis Fire Department says it responded to.
Thank you, BBK. Thank you for stopping by. Thank you. I'm finna
It was an unarmed black man who died Monday night after a white police officer kneeled on his neck for more than 5 minutes during an arrest. This evening, only on WCCO, we hear from the owner of the store about the original 911 call.
But first, we're standing by to hear from St. Paul Mayor Melvin Carter and police.
okay, I'm gonna continue to let this play.
St. Paul has seen an afternoon of protests and looting, including at a Target on University. We're going to bring you the.
Oh, they went to another Target.
As they began, as well as a live report from the scene.
In downtown Minneapolis, here's what it looks like right now outside of the Hennepin County Government Center. Protesters there said they plan to gather from 5 until 8 o'clock tonight to call for charges against the officers involved, 4 of whom have been fired. There's also a vigil planned a short time from now in St. Louis Park in memory of George Floyd. The 46-year-old moved to St. Louis Park from Houston, Texas, to start a better life. Those who knew Floyd say he was kind and loving. This vigil will take place on Minnetonka Boulevard over Highway 100. Well, the owner of the South Minneapolis convenience store where police first made contact with George Floyd is speaking out.
He says that officers were called because of a counterfeit $20 bill that Floyd used to buy a pack of cigarettes. Only on WCCO, Mahmoud Abamayali says that he is with the community and wanting justice for the Floyd family. Here's Reg Chapman.
For 31 years, Cup Foods has been a part of the South Minneapolis community.
So they killed this man over a fake 20. Yeah, he probably didn't know the fake. And a pack of fucking cigarettes. This is y'all.
Thing that's happened to our family. The family-owned business has come under fire after a phone call to police about the passing of a counterfeit $20 bill. But the police issued
Right.
Floyd begging a Minneapolis police officer for his life. I was not there. You were not there. The staff that called the police, followed protocol.
Okay.
When identified the bill as the patron.
I'm about to start crying because I'm pissed off.
When the police arrived, he was outside of the establishment, which normally never takes place. Why he was there, we're not sure.
No.
Mike Aboniali says what happened on the street outside his establishment should never have ended with a man dying. Most of the time, when patrons give us a counterfeit bill, they don't even know it's fake. So when the police are called, there's no crime being committed. They just want to know where they got it from. And that's usually what takes place. This was a very circumstantial event that ended in a tragedy, and unfortunately, we're taking a lot of animosity for it. He understands people are upset, but feels their anger should be used to get the arrest and conviction of those responsible for Floyd's death. For those who say that the police hadn't been called, he wouldn't be alive. How does that staff member feel about that? That may be rightfully so. However, we cannot predict the future. If I was there, things would have been handled differently. This business owner says he is prepared to do what he can for the family. We want to offer first and foremost our deepest condolences, and we want to give any support, if it's financially, socially, spiritually, any type of support they need. Reg Chapman, WCCO.
Cup Food owners say that video from the store, which they've been asked not to release, shows that Floyd was not resisting officers. They have offered to pay for Floyd's funeral expenses.
Let's get to St. Paul now, where the mayor and the police chief are talking about the violence that's been happening in St. Paul through the course of the day.
We've seen this happen before. I share the anger that it's hard to be sure.
Now, an employee or he is called the police later, Pete.
And that somebody will be certainly held accountable for that. I share that anger. I share that frustration.
That's not the women.
Today, we also feel the anger.
It's not the mayor.
But when our senior citizens need medicine, they don't have a place to go. But when our families
wait, that's St. Paul. Okay,
need food during the midst of a food shortage, they don't have a place to go. When our families need their prescription medicine or their medication during a pandemic, they don't have places to go. That's frustrating. That continues to impact negatively the communities that have already been impacted negatively. We have two groups of folks. We have those who are heartbroken by the loss of Mr. Floyd, those who are mourning Mr. Floyd, and are resolved to do everything in our power to figure out how to keep this from ever happening again. We've heard from the Floyd family who have called for peace during this time. And unfortunately, we also have individuals in our community who are taking the microphone, who are taking the attention, who are taking the focus off of those peaceful protesters, who are frustrated, who are enraged, who desperately desire for something to change. And instead choosing it as a moment to break the law, choosing it as a moment to incite for something else in our city. That's unfortunate, it's unacceptable, and it cannot continue. None of this can continue. I have spoken to the governor and lieutenant governor today, and Chief Axtell and I have requested the support of the National Guard as our St. Paul Police Department works to protect the right of our residents and of our community to peacefully protest while ensuring that we are maintaining the health, the basic health and safety in our community that all of our residents ought to be able to rely on. I will ask Chief Axtell to come and give us further details on that one. And then we will stand for any questions. Chief Axtell.
Exactly. They sound going out.
And for police departments throughout the country who are really reeling from a tragic incident, tragic loss.
Folks, we're having some problems. Are all outdoors, as you can tell. We can't hear the chief thoroughly. The biggest takeaway that we've heard today and seen on social media pages from the chief and from the mayor is that they are calling for peace. And we did just confirm that the mayor actually reached out to the governor asking for help from the National Guard. St. Paul is an area of concern and tension today.
Yeah, the protests over the death of George Floyd moved there to St. Paul, where right now tensions are still
Oh,
high,
so it went from Minneapolis to St. Oh, okay.
Susan Elizabeth Littlefield has been on University Avenue, St. Paul all day today. We saw some of the video earlier. Susan Elizabeth, what's the latest?
Well, Frank, it's still active out here. Not surprised at all to hear what the mayor had to say, asking people to be peaceful. It's been a day full of action, full of frustration and passion. There's been canisters set off like this of tear gas by police officers. We probably heard about 20 of them over the past 30 minutes here outside of this target. We want to show you this situation. They've cleared most of the crowds out because of those canisters of tear gas, but officers are guarding the doors of the target right now. But as you're about to see, some of the other stores weren't so lucky. The St. Paul Target parking lot turned into a battleground as tensions boiled. Officers stood guard as they became the target of years of frustration.
Crazy. What happens? It's built up to this.
And what that entailed was looting from shoe stores, pawn shops, anger over the death of George Floyd by a police officer, shattered windows, and broken hearts.
This is like complete anarchic carnage.
While some doubled down on their actions, others questioned the way they went about.
Because it's not going to resolve anything, and all of this material stuff is just material stuff. Like, you know what I mean? Like, I want to understand what people think they're going to get from all this, because it's not going to resolve anything at all.
As the day wore on, resolution seemed farther and farther away.
So, because TMZ still with it, right?
We're still some hope for peace.
Hopefully, out of this chaos, change for them. So that's what it means. We're here to take care of this. Let's do it.
Now, for most of the day, St. Paul police were kind of in the background, hard to find. You know, I talked to police and they said,
okay, I'm going to close this out.
But they are working 19 different locations here in St. Paul right now, and they say they have reached their tipping.
Okay, I'm going to close this one out because this ain't. I'm sitting here and I'm listening. You're asking for all video footage showing anybody that was in there. The only video you need to see everybody in the scene. So but people, I cannot express it enough. Vote. Wait a minute. I'm gonna go back. Wait a minute. Because it's a protest going on. So I'm gonna bring it back up and see what they got to say. Let me unmute it. Where's the sound? What the hell is the sound? Oh, I'm sorry, y'all.
So far, there's just been speeches, prayers, and chanting, but overall, everyone is just here to listen and get their voice and message heard.
I don't know why they feed is so blurry now.
Things were not peaceful last night. A man was shot and killed last night as riots broke out near East Lake Street and Bloomington Avenue.
The owner of a nearby business is now under arrest, and WCCO's Jennifer Merrily spoke with people who were there as the traumatic night took a deadly turn.
Why is this showing like
Hector
this? Why is
Hernandez
it so
captured
blurry
the
now?
arrest as it unfolded in front of his restaurant.
I was first, like thousands of people running around. Next thing you know, we have like probably 100 people banging on the windows, throwing rocks.
Somewhere in the
Okay,
chaos,
y'all.
shots rang out.
I'm finna try to find another feed because that one is all of a sudden blurry. But that's some bullshit. What other evidence do you need? What other video do you need? At the video that oh God, you got the store owner saying that the man didn't resist arrest. You got video footage from outside the store showing that the man didn't resist arrest. And I don't give a damn. A fake $20 bill to buy some cigarettes should not end in a man being killed. You ain't gonna tell me that was right. You ain't gonna piss on my head and tell me it's raining. That man was murdered. So why are they dragging their ass and arresting these folks? Woo, people, I tell you. I'm gonna try to bring up the CNN feed. This is some bull. I'm telling you, if they must really want these folks to really tear that place down, because y'all ain't gonna keep playing in these folks' faces. These folks see what they did. Don't ask me to log in. But they gonna end up burning that whole. They gonna mess that place up either more. And unfortunately, that's gonna lead.
But on our team of
experienced
trial attorneys,
I'm finna bring this back up. Wait a minute.
In my office, I can tell you, I've been interviewing the evidence with my criminal chief, with my first assistant.
Let me see if this is better because they still talking.
All in there together. But we're also partnering with the Civil Rights Division from the Department of Justice. The Civil Rights Division has an experience of doing these cases nationally. They bring with that expertise of understanding the requirements of, 18 U.S.C. 242, which is the violation of law that we're specifically addressing. And so, yes, we are partnering with the Department of Justice to use their expertise and their resources. But we are leading the investigation, and we are working collaboratively with our state and local partners and federal partners. The president is actively monitoring the situation.
Can you give us a timeline?
To the president directly. No.
Can you give us a timeline?
I cannot. I can only ask you to trust me that it mattered, and that I hope that I can fill you in on that at the appropriate time, which I hope is soon.
You guys were looking for something. Can you tell what you were looking for?
I'm going to say the same thing again, but I appreciate the tenacity of asking the question again. I would not have needlessly wasted your time. It was important that the community understand that we are actively involved in this investigation. We are working round the clock. We have been for the last 72 hours, and we'll continue to do so to see that justice is done. Again, we're going to do right, but we will act with dispatch, and I will keep all of you informed as soon as there's another development, and I will make sure that you, I promise, do not have to wait again. We'll have it timed right.
Police officer. All right, so there you have it. An important news conference. The U.S. Attorney for Minneapolis.
That wasn't nothing but a damn horse and pony show. That's all this shit was. Let's go out here and act like and let them, that we're gonna look into it. So they'll stop rioting. They gonna burn that motherfucker down. Are they gonna continue to burn that place down? I can't even get my words together right now because I'm sitting here watching this bullshit. And we're asking for anyone that saw anything and any video, as long as they ain't being totally disrespectful, but if somebody just so happen to have a different opinion, it's welcome as long as they're respectful with it. But I don't believe this. That y'all need more video footage. Y'all need more video footage? Really? Really? I just I don't understand it. Oh, this is ridiculous. Yeah, I'm sorry if I'm stumbling over my words. I just turn me down. Turn me down a little. Okay, I can't. I just can't believe what I just saw. We need to collect. Anybody have any that saw anything that direct, and please call. I call bullshit. That's what I call. That's what I call. And like I said, I don't agree with the way these people are going about it, but I understand. I really understand. No. What you need more video footage for? The only video footage you need is right there when that man stayed on that man's neck for 8 minutes. See, they're saying for 5 minutes. No, it was 8 minutes. They better, people. Oh my God. Oh my God. I mean, okay, shit like this that just went on, that we just witnessed, that we just saw with and heard with our own eyes and ears, is what people need to be getting pissed off about. Don't be getting pissed off because folks that was beefing at each other went and filmed a damn reality show and was getting along after shooting. As much as y'all was pissed off, the same ones that was pissed off about that, I need y'all to be just as, if not more, pissed off about this shit that just went on today. Because they are playing in our face, they are pissing on our heads and trying to tell us that it's rain. What do you need more video footage for? I'm just saying. But people, again, it goes back to who we have in these offices, because, you know, that determines your judges, your prosecutors, and all that. Yeah. And then to add insult to injury, you got Central Park Karen faking like she was being attacked by calling the police, telling her there's a African American man threatening my life and my dog's life. And had he not been recording her ass, we could have had another incident like that in New York. Yeah, you know, and you know, and that's something else. We got to, when folks do shit wrong to us, we got to stop being. They protest, Lady P. They protesting in Atlanta. Because I might have to get some of that footage. But we got to stop being so forgiving, people. That goes back to what we were talking about earlier before the footage came up. We got to stop, just like that Texas situation. We got to stop being so goddamn forgiving. When something is done wrong to us, we got to act just like they act. What's that baby name? We has got to stop being so goddamn forgiving. Because just like the dude in Central Park, his ass gonna come up there. Oh, her life shouldn't be ruined. People need to stop sending her death threats. I don't think she deserved to lose her job. Shit. The devil is a lie. And if it was, they need to come up with a law that anytime somebody attempts to use the police as a weapon and they get proved that it's a bunch of bull, they need to be charged. They need to be charged because she could have got that man killed. Because we all know the history of the police up in New York. Right. You know, and they was at the wrong apartment. Something about a kid selling water on MLK. Turn to one of the our local stations and see what's going on. Okay, they ain't going on. Let me see. If this, yeah, because if it's colored folks acting crazy. Nope. That's in, they didn't went now. Yeah, that's national, so they ain't showing it yet. They ain't showing nothing about it. But yeah, we were something. Oh Lord. But that's when you get when you do dumb shit. And people have pre-perceived notions about somebody. And y'all, I'm sitting up here, honestly, I'm mad, I'm sad, I'm heartbroken, I'm pissed off, I'm scared, because if a police officer can be on tape murdering somebody and they still dragging ass and we need to do a thorough investigation and all that. I mean, and just imagine how many cases that happen that one caught on video. Because like the meme said, this isn't nothing new. This ain't just started happening. It's just started getting caught on video. You know, and people wonder why people have such a disdain for the police. Because y'all are the biggest legal game in this country. And it's just sad. It's just sad here in 2020, in the year 2020. Hell, I feel like it ain't no different than 1960. Then, you know, when they able to just lock you up and kill your ass and walk away and walk away. I'm going to say it again, y'all. And I'm going to keep saying it. Get out and vote. Take these elections serious. Oh, yeah. They downtown by Phillips and Green and all that. They down there? State Farm. They in State Farm? I might. CNN. Oh, CNN showing it? No, that's where they protest. V103 did a live feed on Facebook. Talking to people. Oh, they doing it's still going on. Well, this was like from 30 minutes ago, but they probably still out there. They down in front of, they're talking to a lady in front of McCormick and Schmidt right now. I wonder how hard it'll be to get down there. You feel like taking the ride? Okay, y'all. I don't know. Because they're doing a protest down here in Atlanta. But it's been going on, and I'm scared that by the time I get down there to even provide any footage, it'll be over with. So I'm gonna have to, I'm gonna have to get bring y'all the footage that I get. You said V103 had it on their site. Yeah. Let me see if I can bring it up and bring it to y'all. So it is a protest going on down here in Atlanta. Wait a minute. Okay, wait a minute. I'm gonna see if I can. Okay, let me see something. Okay. Videos. News. You said it was on their Facebook page. It's on their Facebook page. Okay, let me go there. I'm trying to find this footage from I welcome everybody that's coming in. I'm trying to find this footage that's what's going on here in Atlanta. And then I need to go here. Search. TV station loading. Damn, they got a V103 in Chicago. Photos, videos.
Protest that was planned for 4 o'clock today. If you read the post, it has been postponed until 4 o'clock tomorrow. And there is still a mini protest going on here outside of CNN Center in Atlanta, Georgia. And we have quite a few people who are here right now. Bridget, you're holding up a sign. First and foremost, why are you out here, Bridget?
Brutality against the Black community must stop. And white people need to recognize that this is happening. And this is happening.
I don't understand why I can't get to it from their side.
Police are using tear gas against protesters. It must stop.
I'm just gonna give y'all the whatchamacallit because this is my personal Facebook page. So I'm just gonna give y'all the audio.
These people are being killed without due process, without trial.
What are their names?
Their names are George Floyd, Dontre Hamilton.
But you see what's coming up, right?
John Crawford, Michael Brown, Estelle Ford, Dante Parker, Tanisha Anderson, Akai Gurley, Tamir Rice, Romaine Brisbane.
There we go.
Jane Reed,
Alton
Sterling, Sandra Bland, Freddie Gray from my hometown, Walter Scott, Eric Harris, Ahmaud Arbery, Betty Jones, Keith Matthews, and the list continues. African Americans in our communities have to live with the fear of both the cops and the white majority. What steps can you take to end police brutality and racial profiling? Research and say their names.
Everyone, that is Bridget. We are out here today, of course, during a pandemic, spaced out. Still, they are here. They have come to protest. We're in front of CNN Center in Atlanta, Georgia, and quite a few people are here. Tell everybody who you are.
My name is Imani Barnes, the owner of I Can Become Anything Teen Development here in Atlanta. We inspire and develop our teenagers.
Imani, why are you out here today?
I'm out here so we can make a change for our teenagers so they have a better place to grow up.
So when you saw what was happening to Ahmaud Arbery, you saw the video, and you saw the video of what happened to George Floyd. What did you think?
I thought it was ridiculous, inhumane. We need to change this. They bleed just like everybody else. Everybody is human, and we need to treat everybody with humanity.
You have a business to help the youth. What do you hope the country is learning from this time, in this period?
I hope
as we're out here today, that we need to stand up and change police
Oh
brutality.
wow, really,
We need to
Allie?
change how we're being treated by the police. They're supposed to protect us. So while we're out here, that's why we're taking a stand. I can become anything is the name of my business, because I believe our youth can be anything that we tell them they can be, or they can be anything that they would like to be, and we have to allow them to reach those goals without being killed by the police. Okay, everybody, again, it's Maria Boynton coming to you live from Atlanta, Georgia. We're here today outside of CNN Center, right down here, one CNN Center, where a protest was scheduled for today at 4 o'clock. It's been postponed until tomorrow at 4 o'clock in front of CNN Center. And you do see protesters out here today. Tell me about your sign, young lady.
My sign is a quote by Martin Luther King. It was inspired by people consistently misquoting Martin Luther King and thinking that he only promotes peace, when actually he also promotes taking whatever actions it costs to get justice.
So what do you feel? I mean, you watch the videos. When you see the videos, what should all of America care about?
All of America should care about justice and police being held accountable for their actions and not being excused just because they're held to. They should be held to a higher standard, but they're not.
Okay.
Okay, that was audio from people that protesting down here in Atlanta. They were supposed to have one down here today that was supposed to take place at 4 o'clock, and it's been postponed until tomorrow. I'm gonna think long and hard on this one, because I'm really thinking about going down there and bringing it to y'all via my page. But we got to do something. But I need to weigh my options. I got to weigh the pros and cons. I'm finna log off. I am I am more disappointed than pissed off, because I'm thinking that, okay, they done had time to look at the video, you know, talk to the store owners, you know, did all this. So y'all announcing that it's going to be an arrest, and y'all coming in here with, we need more time. We need to gather more evidence. People, y'all, I'm just at a loss of words here. And I'm gonna be really honest with y'all. I'll probably cry like a newborn baby when I get off this live, because this is just too much. This is just too much. This is just too much. It's getting to be too much. I mean, we was already dealing with elevated racism because of who's occupying 1600 Pennsylvania Avenue. Then we get hit with this pandemic. People are losing their jobs because places are having to close. And to top it off, now we got to deal with this, where a gentleman is murdered on film. And because it's the cops, y'all got to do all this investigating? No. But we should have expected, you know what? Now that I think about it, should have expected this, because those cops didn't get fired until they got calls from, like, they overloaded the circuits calling, demanding that those cops get fired. So I don't know why I'm surprised about this. Thank you, baby. But thank you, and thank you for supporting me. This is just sad. This is sad. I'm sad, mad. You know, I don't know. I don't know what else to say. I don't know what else. My only solution outside of, you know, starting a goddamn civil war is just, you got to beat them at the ballot box. That's the only way we're gonna be able to legally make changes, to get the right people in the office. Perfect people, there will never be a perfect candidate, people. Never. There has never been a perfect candidate. Hell, Obama won perfect. But you got to take into consideration who is looking out for your best interest. And I can show the hell tell you it ain't that orange bastard in that White House. I can tell you that right now. Because even with this going on, you know what his main focus is on right now as of today? Beefing with Twitter. And again, people was wondering how a pastor in Baltimore could stand up in his church and from the pulpit say goddamn America. But y'all, I'm finna sign off. I want to thank my moderators for coming. I want to thank y'all for coming up. I want to thank all my new subscribers. I really appreciate you. I look at this as a joke. Because when I first came on here, I said I wasn't going to be getting involved in a little petty shit that goes on here. And I found myself right in the middle of it. So this was a joke to be like, hey, this ain't what you here for. And I guess this is what needed to happen to get me back on the path that I set out on. So I'm just going to keep it honest. If you're coming over here for the shit that went on this time last week, you ain't going to get it here. Because I'm above that shit. It's more important shit going on out here. Yeah, if they still want to, y'all can go down for that shit. You know, if you're looking for the petty shit and for the bullshit, it's a plethora of content creators that'll bring it to you. But it won't be over here. It will not be over here, not unless shots are fired my way. But from this point, yeah. See, because now they're playing in our faces. They really play. The establishment is playing in our faces, and no, no ma'am, no ham, no burger. How QB said, no ma'am, Pamela. I need to see if I can use, but yeah, I'm finna sign off here before I say something. Yeah, I'm finna sign off before I say something that's gonna. Yeah, JL gonna sign off before you open your mouth and say something and get your ass. Okay. Y'all try to enjoy the rest of y'all evening. If anything else come up, I will bring it to y'all. Again, thank y'all, the ones that was with me last night. That was like 4.5 hours. And I had people that stayed from the beginning to the end. I appreciate y'all. I appreciate y'all for coming over. To all my new subscribers, thank you for subscribing. Please make sure to hit that notification bell so when I come on or upload something, you'll get notified. And with that, I'm signing off. Y'all try to enjoy the rest of your evening.